June of 1879, former U.S. President Ulysses Grant arrived in Japan. At once, he was deeply moved by the beauty of that country and its people. At once, a warm and vibrant friendship began between former President Grant and Emperor Meiji. As a symbol of the newly formed friendship, President Grant planted a cedar tree at Zojoji Temple. The cedar's unchanging green foliage was the symbol of their unending warmth and vibrancy, pledged to the friendship formed by Grant and Meiji. 129 years later, I personally stood in front of that tree and marveled at the enduring symbol that was left behind by President Grant. What was a small tree planted long ago now stood tall and proud. It reached forward over a century in time to impact me personally and about their relationship then and our relationship now. And that brings us to stand here on a very nice day in March of 2012. 1 year ago today, Japan suffered its worst natural disaster in over 100 years. Going back to that moment, that tree was planted to symbolize the friendship between America and Japan. The disaster is hard to comprehend. The entire island of Japan changed its position on the globe. The elevation in areas on Tohoku's east coast were lowered by a meter. Following a 9.0 earthquake came the most disastrous tsunami of modern times. Entire cities were erased from the map. Tens of thousands killed. To add to the pain and suffering, a nuclear meltdown ensued, a tragedy from which Japan will not fully recover for decades. 22 years ago, a sister city bond was formed between Greenfield and Kakuta. As it was with Grant and Meiji, once again, a warm friendship began. Over the past 22 years, the bond of friendship and affection between our two cities has grown, the same as that cedar tree in the temple courtyard. Today it stands proud and tall. Today, as we stand here to remember that tragedy 1 year past, the people of Greenfield have again reached out in friendship and support to our close friends in Kakuta. Over this past year, as the people of Kakuta continued their rebuilding, the love of Greenfield continued to send messages of support, of faith in our friends, and our enduring love. Today, the people of Kakuta received a monetary gift of more than $15,000 given by the citizens of Greenfield. The money came from every segment of our community, including a Coins for Kakuta campaign ran in the junior high school. Finally, today we will also plant a tree. This tree is a symbol. As the cedar's evergreen colors symbolize enduring friendship, this Japanese cherry tree will be a symbol of this past year's events. The tree will lose its foliage each fall and endure a winter's cold as a symbol of hardship. But each year with the return of spring, this cherry tree will break forth in floral beauty, an annual announcement and symbol of renewal and beauty. A fitting symbol for this, it's a fitting symbol for the events of this past year. Our sister city in the Tohoku region has endured an unspeakable tragedy, and with it, hardship. But today, just as in Kakuta, everywhere shows the signs of spring, a return to life, to love and beauty. Soon, this tree will join its relatives, the sakura of Japan, and bloom together. May this tree follow in the example given to us by our ancestral leaders and bloom each year for generations to come, so that our grandchildren can come to this tree and remember that in times of great trouble, the citizens of Greenfield reached around the globe and held the hands of their friends in Kakuta to give them support, affection, and encouragement. God bless our friends. The letter from the mayor of Kakuta to the citizens of Greenfield. thank you very much for the donation that came from many people in Kakadu. It's past a year since the disaster, and through the year, the stricken areas in Tohoku have stepped forward with reconstruction. Gratefully, Kakadu City has made considerable progress restoring Kakadu to pre-quake condition. We would like to advance the renewal with your great encouragement. Once again, with your great encouragement, we continue our revival. The citizens of Kakadu will never forget your benevolence. I would like to express to you our gratitude on behalf of our citizens. Again, thank you very much, Kisuke Otomo, Mayor of Kakadu. And from the Mayor of Greenfield, to Mayor Otomo and the citizens of Kakadu. It's been almost 1 year since the devastating earthquake and tsunami struck your peaceful country. The world watched in disbelief the destruction and horror that occurred. Close to 16,000 lost their lives that day, and another 5,000 remain missing. Economic numbers are disturbing, with close to 235 billion lost in this tragedy. Throughout this terrible event, there's one characteristic that has continued to shine through the extraordinary spirit of the people of Japan. Through courage, love, and faith, and perseverance, the nation continues to rebuild. Rebuilding has come not only in material structures, but with the rebuilding of human spirit as well. In regards to this spirit, your nation has exceeded expectations and has shown the remarkable heart of its citizens. Sister Cities of Greenfield admires your spirit. The gift enclosed from our community of families, individuals, local businesses, and civic groups. Local school children held support drives with their schools to raise money, all in the spirit of love and friendship. Please accept our gift and know that they can count on our continued support now and in the future. Much respect, Richard Pasco. At this time, it's approximately 2:45. The time that a year ago they suffered this tragedy. So as a remembrance, let's have a moment of silence and reflection. Thank you. We've got a pile of dirt so that we would like all of you to have the opportunity to take a shovel, document your participation in this event, and throw a little dirt to symbolize the planting of this symbolic tree. Now, it's not exactly in this position, its final position, because we're waiting on utility location. As you see over there, that's the fiber optic hub for the city. They don't want us to cut that communications network, so they have to come out this week and make sure this is okay position. But this is where we are going to plant it, barring any unforeseen lines there. And so today we'll get to throw some ceremonial dirt to symbolize the planting of the tree. So we want to do any order to this.